Rude man wants helmet for his child. I work at a bike store and 99% of the customers are fantastic and I love serving them. Occasionally you get a guy like this. I was just about finished serving someone when the next person in line to be served, rude man equals says, do I have to call to get service around here? Me. I'll be with you in just a second, I'm just finishing with this man. Says nothing. Me to how can I help? Why? I need a helmet for my son. I take him over to the helmets and ask if I could try one on for size so I could let him know which models will fit his son. Completely ignoring the question, what colors does this one come in? Me. I point and explain all the colors and add, this also comes in a black which I can order in and a blue which I can get from the bar. Get it. I get the helmet and show it to him. The blue one? Me. This is the blue one. You said you were getting the blue one. Me. I've got it right here in my hands. That's aqua. I'll have a black one ordered in. I can't remember how the dialogue went after this, but I had to explain that I would have to try one in another color in his son before we ordered the black one in to make sure it would fit correctly. He didn't like that at all, but I mentioned if the son fits another style better then we would likely have the black one in stock, and the father changed his tune pretty quickly. We had a sale for these helmets that finished a while ago and he asked if we'd do it for the sale price. Typically we would say yes because there's a lot of room to move with these helmets and we like to make sure people, especially kids, actually have them to wear, so we discount them often, but not this time. Not a chance I was going to take a cent off the helmet after he acted like that in front of his kid. To be honest, the helmet is more of an aqua color, but it is definitely darker than your typical aqua. Most of the time I'm showing the helmet to kids and it's so much easier just to tell them it's blue and even kids understand. Woman in charge of defective merchandise ends up being a thief. This happened about 15 years ago while I was working at a store we will just call J-Mart. I was one of those employees that was too useful, so I was trained on practically every department in the store, so I got pretty much free run of the floor. I also happened to become pretty good friends with our loss prevention guy, so I got roped into Operation Catch the Rat. We had one lady that was in charge of sending defective or discontinued merchandise back to wherever it came from before we got it. She was a rather blunt and unpleasant lady to begin with and had zero friends on the staff. Anyway, LP started to piece together a puzzle about missing items, seeing that the departments that she was working resets and pulling old products off the shelf ended up having extra missing items. We ended up hiding a camera in the rafters right above the designated area for defective items and slowly pieced together her scheme. She would take extra products off the shelf while removing the ones she was supposed to return and hide them in some extra boxes for a few weeks until the reset and restock of the area was finished, then she would bag up the stolen items and walk them right out the front door. Since nobody liked her, nobody wanted to check her bags or even talk to her on her way out the door. She got caught though. They let it go on for several months after they figured out what she was doing so they could have hours of video evidence of her thefts. One day, the LP guy told me to take a break at the time she normally left and be outside the front door. She walked out right on time and right into the arms of several police officers who were waiting for her. During the few months they were watching her, they counted over 6 digits worth of merchandise that she had walked out the front door. I did get interviewed by a detective and explained my role in the investigation, that being going behind her and taking stock of the merchandise that was left in the area so they could tell what was missing, but I never got called to go to court. She ended up going to jail and I am fairly sure she is still in there. The counter isn't a shopping cart lady. So this lady comes into my store, standard gas station, after midnight and looks at the chargers and starts asking questions about them, which I answer to the best of my ability. She comes up to the counter with a few items and says, "Hold on, I'm not done yet, where's the bread?" Yeah, okay, whatever. Kind of annoying, but it happens. She comes back with more, but no bread, and again she isn't done. She piddles about the store and asks about cereal, and goes to look at the chips. She picks a bag up, puts it down and uses the restroom. She picks up 2 bags of chips on her way back, says she needs to grab cereal, does that, comes back and says she forgot her card. She walks out, gets in her car and drives off, leaving me with over $50 of items to restock, most of which are temperature sensitive. Thanks, lady. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.